gets propagated in the form of wave, everybody basically accepts. So this kind of an acceptance is there in science, but such kind of an acceptance is not there in Sanskrit or Sanskrit text when we talk about it. But let us go deep into it and try to understand, or rather let us say as a okay. But remember, around 100 kilometer radius basically move apart. In explaining the concept of sound in guna, the attributes, he basically, so now what is actually happening is you have some molecules closer, then there is some distance, once again the molecules come closer, once again this particular, so this is explained in science as compressions and rarefractions. Now let us try to understand why this compressions and rarefraction basically happens. We know that these molecules will have certain in various situations. I remember in one of the MA classes that Padravi sir was actually teaching us Vedic Sutra. He basically mentioned,
when I say, when you just refer to saying that smell is caused through this substance, namely geosmin. So something,
you will actually see that the upward motion of the lamp. When you lit a lamp, the lamp always. Okay, I have lighted this lamp. I am not going to bring this particular matchstick into contact with this. I am going to just take it very closer to this. You see, it was not in contact, but still it got lighted. I will do the other way of it also. You see, I did not really touch this. I just brought it very close to this, but still it is getting lighted. I'll just show you once again. Okay, this is because you have the wax is getting burnt here. So what is actually happening? The hotter wax basically rises up because its mass basically reduces. Okay, and the cooler ones remains at the bottom. So the hotter ones are the ones which are actually strips in the vaporized form. The wax which is actually, Shabda, there is a one parishkara that we have actually made in basically explaining some concept. Now let us say we know very clearly that Akasha is all empty. There is no air inside the Akasha. But the Vaisheshika Sutra says that the propagation of sound is possible in Akasha. But I want to show you that there is an experiment here. It's called the famous bell jar experiment. The bell jar experiment basically, there is a wire which is connected to it. Outside the bottle, I can actually make a connection to this. Now use vacuum pump and then take out all the molecules from inside. When I say all the molecules, maximum number, because perfect vacuum is not possible. Okay, so to maximum extent, the molecules have been actually taken away. Even with maximum number of molecules taken out, when this particular electric thing is played, you will not be able to hear any sound out of it. So this is called the famous. So there is a lot of difference between resonance and the sound propagation that he is actually talking about. The one that I showed you in the beginning was basically to do with resonance. But this is not resonance. This is a research of somebody. There is a book on how to make bells. There is Sanskrit work. He has not shared that because I would copy this. So there are the particular component of elements that is actually required to make bell out of this. This is a very high quality. You hear the sound and then I'll actually explain what is actually happening here. You're still able to hear this. Once I press this, it actually repeats the same sound 108 times. You can actually measure this. I have an app which can actually measure how this particular sound basically propagates. I couldn't actually mention this in this because I got to know about this bell only after I submitted my thesis. There is somebody, if somebody is interested, they can actually do a work on this. This is an oscilloscope which basically catches this particular sound and then measures this. You will be able to see that this sound basically sustains for a very long time. And the same repeated pattern is there. the energy basically drops down. So the sum of the sound that you accelerate because I am speaking. Okay. So